Welcome to Scotland HQ from Hampden Park. I'm Gordon Smart, the Drinking Woman's Jamie Dornan. Two unbelievable guests for you today. We've got Scotland's third world-class left-back, Greg Taylor, and the unbelievable producer and DJ, the one and only Ewan McVicar. All right, boys?
Hey, thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
First of all, new deal at Celtic till 2025.
Yep.
He's in the charts all over the radio at the moment. Can I borrow a tenner, please, boys? Absolutely minted, the pair of them, aren't they?
The big man is.
Tell you what, Greg, he's flying, isn't he? He's doing well.
Flying.
Yeah.
And what a tune it is, isn't it?
I mean, listen, I'm going to quote Lemmy here. It was the sound of the summer, wasn't it?
Mate, it is. I'm waiting for Lemmy to do a tweet about me in a minute, man, honestly.
I mean, Ewan, give us a sense of it at the moment, because you are right in the eye of the storm, right? The world's opened up a bit again, and you are riding it till the wheels come off, eh?
Yeah, do you know, mate, I worked that hard to get there, and then it'd been about six years producing, and then I got to the point where I was about to start touring last year. I had my first solo record out, and I was like, oh, here we go, going to start touring. And then COVID happened, so then I just locked myself in my wee rave cave, mate, in my hut. And then I ended up making Tell Me Something Good in that period of lockdown, so it was like kind of bittersweet at the same time, because I managed to make it, and then obviously what's happening now, like I just can't believe the support it's got. It's all over everywhere, 15 in the charts like on last weekend, so
yeah, on Radio 1 this week in the breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast show with
Surreal,
Greg
isn't
James
it?
on Wednesday. Yeah, it's insane, mate. It's
I mean,
class.
yeah, Greg, you've had to graft your backside off, right, to get to where you are. There's been so much effort and a load of sacrifices to get where you are.
Yeah.
But you're injured at the moment, right? So you're kind of growing that tash
while
you're not on the pitch, because we can't just have a conversation here without mentioning that thing.
And ignore the tash. We can't. So yeah, of course, it's for November. So I thought it'd be a good thing to do while I'm injured, and it's not going down well in the house, to be fair. The missus isn't sure on it.
Do you know what? I mean, listen, would you have worn that if you were playing?
I'd love to say yes, but probably the answer's no. I don't think I could have lined up in a tunnel with the tash out. It wouldn't have went down well. I don't think I'd have felt confident myself, so no, I wouldn't be, nah.
I mean, you're a wee bit closer to me to that tash, and it's got a bit of thickness to it. There's a good density to it.
Aye, mate, it's
There's been a lot of comparisons, but I'm not even going to say half of them, because none of them are positive.
What, are you going for Freddie Mercury or Begbie?
Barry Chuckle, I think, maybe.
Chuckle.
So it could be more.
The thing is, there's still, what, 3 weeks to go, so how far are you going to take it? Are you going to go handlebar, or what are you going to do with it?
I'm going to just take each day as it comes, innit? I don't know what's going to. I don't know how long it'll get, but I can't. I got it tidied up just around the lips slightly, and then. But I can't. I can't let it go too much longer than this. So it might need to be a wee twiddle if it gets to the end.
What if you end up keeping it?
No, no chance. Zero chance. It's not happening.
The point I was getting to before that is that you'd grafted to get to this point, and there's some great stuff behind your story, Ewan, right? I found out earlier on that you worked at McDonald's at Air Races.
Aye, with Andy. Aye, I worked with Andy, 17-year-old. When I seen Andy, it was the blast for the past. Some dark days in that McDonald's, by the way.
So you were flipping the burgers. Did you think at some point you would get your big break?
Do you know, well, that was 17-year-old when I was in McDonald's, and I was at uni. I just went to uni to do primary teaching, and my mum was like, you need to get a job, because they were keeping me up. I went to University of West Scotland in a year, and I was like, right, I'll go to McDonald's. And do you know, it was when I was just going to turn 18, and then I got a PR job at the local club, and that was when it all kind of started with music, because my passion at uni became of music and no teaching anymore. So that was PRing, and then I started DJing for that, and then it just worked. It's like Greg, it's like, say, you discipline yourself. If you're that into something, you need to graft, or you're not going to get anywhere, and that's just what I've been doing for the last 7-8 years.
But you were a primary school teacher as well. You did some time in the classroom,
qualified, yeah. I did 5 years at uni, got my degree, and then phoned my mum, and I was like, I don't want to be a teacher, I want to be a DJ, and she went mental. She went absolutely mental.
See, Greg's a bit of a rascal from Greenock, right? If he was your teacher, would you have absolutely rinsed him?
No, I was actually all right, to be fair. I was not bad in school. I was, I wouldn't say I'm the brightest, but I didn't cause trouble or too much, certainly for someone from down that neck of the woods.
What kind of teacher were you?
Do you know, I always wanted to be the sound teacher, and I always had in my head, because I used to, like, at placements and that, I would go play, like, football with them at lunch and that, and I went to Greenmill and Cumnock, and they were like, Mr. Ronaldo, you want to come and play with us and that? So I always try to be the sound one, but see if you go into the classroom, you're pure sound, they all think you're your pal. So I would be like, I had to go in strict, man, shouting at them and all that. You never want to be that teacher, but you end up saying things like, would you do that in your own house? And I'm like, I've became that guy, man, I've became that guy. But nah, strict, and then towards the end, I would be sound.
Other teachers tapping you up for a guest list now?
All the time.
Yeah.
all the time, every single one of them. Oh, you played in Glasgow?
And now Greg Taylor.
That's the reason I
And
came.
then-
He was doing it. I said I'm in.
Yeah. SWG3 Saturday night, he's
No,
injured, he can go
no,
mental.
no. No for me there.
See, when
No,
you're injured,
I've got
Greg,
you on, mate.
have you got to be well behaved, you know?
Yeah,
Do
to
the
be
club
fair.
keep an eye on you?
Oh, as much as they can, of course. Like the club put a lot of trust in ourselves to do the right
100%.
things, whether it's on the pitch, off the pitch. So I'm lucky I've got great staff around me to get myself back as quickly and as best condition I can. So
It's your shoulder, right? How's
yeah,
it doing?
exactly.
How's the recovery?
No, exactly. It's went well so far.
Yeah, good.
So hopefully, along with that can continue and I can get back fit when I'm ready to go.
You've timed your run as a left back for Scotland, haven't you? With two of the best in the world, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's
But
not
you've-
easy for me, but it's a good challenge, and it's two fantastic players, and Andy and Kieran. So I think it can only benefit the national team that we've got players like that at this moment in time.
And you've been right in amongst it, haven't you? It's nearly a year, isn't it, since Serbia, right? You were there for the shenanigans
It is,
afterwards.
Aye.
How good was that as a night out?
Yeah, I had the best seat in the house, I tell myself, like, because I was in the squad but didn't make the bench that day, so I just treated it as like the way everyone else would have been, like a #1 fan as much as it was. Like it was an unbelievable night. Nerve-wracking. It's worse watching. Any player will tell you that. It's when, like, if you're not in the team, watching is so much worse. And but the elation when Marsh made that save was something you'll never
Unbelievable,
forget.
Nah.
Who was last to bed?
I was right up there with the last. To be fair, there was a good 8 or 9 of us. McGinn was right near the end. KT's a decent DJ. You'd be proud to know. So KT had the tunes on to late, so that was actually a good effort.
He loves his music, doesn't he, Tierney?
Does, to be fair.
Pally with Jerry Cinnamon and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I think so. I think Jake Bugg as well.
Jake
I
Bugg,
could be wrong
yeah.
there. That could be just a total lie, but I think he is.
Do you know what? I was just thinking ahead, being here at Hampden next year, Jerry's doing 2 dates, right?
I've already tried to make sure he's got me a couple of tickets. I've dropped it in.
If I was going to say, is it too late for you to get yourself on the bill for a bit of, get everyone
Dude,
going?
do you know, I get sent a video for 2 DJs called LF System, and one of them's best pals with Lewis Capaldi, and he sent me a video one night. It was a Saturday night, and Lewis Capaldi's singing "Tell Me Something Good," and then he's saying, "Oh, I'll get you at the Jerry Cinnamon gig." So I might send him a wee message, mate. I'll get on the bill.
Well, you're a massive St Mirren fan, right?
Yeah.
But you're from here originally.
Yeah.
And it's a family connection that made that happen.
Yeah. My stepdad Brian Caldwell was the general manager at St Mirren, and then he was there for 8 years, and I just was going to the gate. It was cushy because Brian had the pies in his office and that, so I would just go up, and then ended up just becoming a St Mirren fan, and now I still am. And then I was at the game. I was playing in Perth, St Johnstone, St Mirren.
Yep.
So I went there, and then all the fans are singing "Tell Me Something Good" in the stands, and that's unbelievable.
What a surreal
mate.
feeling that must have been.
That has been one of the best things that's happened to me recently, honestly, because I've been as much as everything's happening, going for so many years to St Mirren games, and then the fact that because they put a tweet up saying that they were singing it, and nobody knew I was a St Mirren fan.
Right.
And then now they're what to do, I was going to do a stream with them and all that, and then they're singing it in the terraces, mate. What a feeling, man. It's
Absolutely
unbelievable,
man.
man.
Because you can claim, I think you were probably, you might have seen St Mirren win silverware, right?
Aye,
right at the beginning.
Yeah.
With a young John McGinn.
Aye, mate, unbelievable.
Before he got javelined by Stevie Thompson.
Aye.
Kenny had been in that team as well, no?
Yeah.
Was I?
Was
Yeah.
Aye. And then, Stevie Thompson, Gary Teal was in the team in that as well, and then I was in the open top bus in Paisley as well. With Brian.
Sensational stuff.
Oh, mate,
yeah,
unreal.
sensational stuff. Looking out there though, do you fancy doing I mean, your aspirations for your career now, we've been talking about gigs before we came on today, but doing a gig there must be sort of the top
I think,
aim.
you know, where I see myself as well, I want to do a festival in here, where I'm from, because I want to take it, so hopefully I'll be in America. There's talks I'll be in America and Australia next year touring, but I kind of want to go away, and then I think we're aiming for 2023 to do a festival in here, and then I think that would be an iconic moment for me, hometown boy going back, but then Hampden would be the pinnacle, do you know what I mean? It doesn't get much better for a Scottish artist than that, so 100%, mate.
And Greg, you've come through the ranks with Scotland as well, right? Under 21, you know the players all really well. You've had a wee flavour of it with Serbia, you've been in the squad. How much would it mean to you to be part of a World Cup?
Yeah, it'd be amazing. Yeah. It's I've missed obviously the last few trips with injury, but the lads have done so well, winning away in Austria, getting the important result against Israel. So no, they've put themselves in a great position to be hopefully in a strong position come the playoff, as long as we do the business and Friday night against Moldova.
You're one of those young players that's had 18 months of your career without fans in the stadium.
Yeah.
So seeing Hampden bouncing for that last game,
Yeah.
Must have given you
Yeah, exactly. It just makes you want more of it.
Aye.
Even getting the glimpse of having the fans, it wasn't a full capacity, and I think it was Czech Republic at home. The first game in the group was walking out that day, like on the pitch, like the buzz around the whole nation. But it certainly in Hampden was amazing, and you just want that to long may it can continue.
You get the sense around this group of players that there's a proper winning mentality as well. Is that something you can give us a flavour of?
Yeah, I would say there is, like, totally. I think the gaffer brought that in when he got the job, and then but equally it's quite a close-knit group, so I think everyone's out there when they're on the pitch, whether it's the 11 playing, the subs, whatever, everyone's fighting for each other, and I think you've seen that at Serbia, you see that in the last few games, you've seen it pretty much throughout the last, 2-year spell.
Yeah, and teams that drink together win together, and there's been a bit of that as well, isn't it?
Serbia was allowed.
Right. Listen, you know Stevie Clark really well. How many times have you seen him smile?
When we win.
Right.
There's a big smile when we win, so as long as we keep doing that, I'm sure you'll see plenty smiling.
Good man, good man. Right, we're going to do a little quiz now, boys. How'd you back yourselves in general knowledge, Scotland knowledge, Tartan Army knowledge?
Primary teacher's looking favourite, isn't he? You know what I mean? That's general knowledge.
You've grown the moustache to look a little bit more intelligent today.
Look, but not sure I'm delivering.
Right, so what we're going to do, a little quiz here, right? We put the two boys against each other. We're going to have a minute general knowledge questions, but loosely linked to the Tartan Army. I'm going to toss a coin first, right? See who goes first. So who's going to call it?
Fire away.
The chart star
Let him go
first, right, Ewan? Heads or tails?
Tails.
It's heads. Your decision. You want to go first or second?
Second.
Second. Oh, see this? Born
Know what
winner.
you have to beat, innit?
Right. Can we have 60 seconds on the clock, please? Right, you ready for this, Ewan?
Aye, go
Ewan
for it.
McVicar, here we go. From which club did Liverpool sign Scotland captain Andy Robertson?
Scotland club, Queen's Park? No, was it not Hull?
Hull, correct.
Ah,
I'll give you that, I'll give you that. Who
What?
scored the winning
Hull?
goal for Scotland in the
Exactly.
3-2 win over Israel last month?
McTominay.
Correct. Lyndon Dykes, and which other player has scored more than 3 goals for Scotland in the World Cup qualifying group?
Ryan Fraser.
Incorrect. John McGinn. Who sits third in a World Cup qualifying group?
Israel.
Correct. Finish this lyric. O flower of Scotland, when will we see
Your legs again.
DJs, not singers, a pair of us. Correct.
Hey.
And what year did Craig Gordon make his international debut? 2003 or 2004?
2004.
Correct. Well done.
guess.
Tell me something good was covered by Pink in which movie? Was it Happy Feet or Moana?
Happy Feet.
Correct. How many caps does Greg Taylor have?
Slow. Under 10.
5.
Correct.
Very good goal.
What's the name of the stadium where James McFadden scored his wonder goal against France?
Parc de France.
Oh, close. Will we give him that, Greg?
Aye, because I don't know the answer.
Parc de France. I think we'll give you a half. We'll give you a half a point
Cheers,
for that.
aye,
You got the
Parc de what?
I think it was Parc de France.
Is that?
Yeah, Parc de France. So that was, I think, 7.5 out of 10. Which
I would
It's not bad, that.
Greg, how
I'll
would
take
you have done
that.
in that one?
Similar, I'm saying. Maybe
Similar.
8.
That was a good effort.
That was a good effort.
Cheers, mate.
To be fair, he's a school teacher, right?
Yeah, you'd like to think he's getting that.
Right, so we've got Greenock superstar intellect with the moustache, Mr. Greg Taylor. Can we have 60 seconds on the clock, please? Are we
Pressure's
ready to
on
go?
here.
Let's go.
You ready for this, big man?
Yeah.
Here we go. Who scored the winning goal when Scotland beat Moldova 1-0 in September?
Dykesy.
Correct. Who's the most capped player in the current squad?
Robbo.
No. Craig Gordon on 62.
Slack.
Tell me something good. Reached which position in the UK charts this week?
15.
Correct.
Told me
Greg
that.
Taylor made his senior international debut against which country?
Belgium.
Got that straight, correct. What is the capital city of Monday night's opponents, Denmark?
Copenhagen.
Correct. A panic there. Finish
seen
this
it in my
line.
face.
Sing this back. Do a deer, a female deer.
You've lost me.
Ray, a drop of golden sun. Right, first time call-up, Jacob Brown plays for which English Championship club?
Stoke.
Correct. Which country did Billy Gilmore make his debut against? Norway or the Netherlands?
It was the Netherlands.
Correct. Scotland last reached the FIFA World Cup in 1998, but who was the manager at the time? Big question. Got a second left.
Don't know. Pass.
Craig Brune. It
Bad
was
that for me.
Bruni. Congratulations. How did he do there? I think it was
6.
6.
No way.
You can't have bet me, man.
I'm afraid as a result of that, you have to give him 20 tickets for the big game. So
As long as I get 2 for his.
we should have agreed that beforehand,
Yeah,
shouldn't
we
we?
should have put a wager
Good
on.
effort though, boys. 6 and 7, that wasn't bad at all.
Slack that.
That's
The
gonna-
Robbo one was poor.
That's going to haunt you for a long time, that isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Right, excellent stuff, lads. Well done. OK, so I think we're going to cue a little VT here of 2 brilliant Scotland players, John McGinn and Kenny McLean, looking back at that magical moment last year when we beat Serbia.
Oh! That's a pathetic effort. David Marshall thinks he's got this covered and he doesn't. Big Voldemort's got the ball. He was already doing the conga, wasn't he? What a tash! Squeaking you my bum. Let me on! They're raging, look, they know we're going to drink everything in their bar tonight. Hello everyone and welcome to the Euro 2020 playoff final between Serbia and Scotland. I'm your commentator John McGinn and alongside me Kenneth McLean. Kenneth, good to have you with us.
Kenny will do fine, thanks.
Oh, sorry.
It's great to
Sorry,
be here,
Kenny.
John. Experiencing you for when you retire, what you're going to be up to.
Aye. Face for the radio, so it might be BBC, open all mics or something. There's your team lineups. The gaffer's gone with a kind of similar setup. The back three, the much aligned back three or back five.
Been solid,
Yeah,
been
aye,
solid.
Aye. A lot of
Disappointed
criticism.
not to see my own name there, but we'll move on.
Here's the game started. Serbia on the attack. Scotland look very organised there, but Tadic is a top player. Oh, he's chopped Callum there.
It was a lovely chop.
Oh, Decky's all over him, but Mitrovic
Oh.
lays it off. Oh!
Marshall had it covered, I think. There, look, we clap to the boys, squeeze up, let's go.
David Marshall thinks he's got this covered and he doesn't.
Big Baldy's after it.
Big Baldy.
Big
Big-
Voldemort's got the ball.
Big Jan Collar. Dykesy, the Australian
Oh,
Scotsman.
chops
That's
into his
silky.
left.
Robertson!
Big chance.
Oh!
Need more composure for the skipper.
He was already doing the conga, wasn't he? Callum McGregor here reverses it. Ryan Christie.
touch.
Go on, son.
He's on the
Go
turn.
on, Ryan! Yeah! Let's go, Scotland! Camden. Oh, what a hit, son. There's the
was
tears.
lovely.
Tears on there, yeah. I've
It's
jumped
lovely.
in.
How bald is
What?
Dykesy, by the way?
Gaffer's raging, look. He's raging. Just went 1-0 up.
I think you've showed the wrong clip here. I think that was when Serbia scored.
It's a good pass for Callum McGregor. And look, Ryan Christie. Cristiano, as they call him in the
It's
South Coast now. It's a
tremendous.
brilliant finish. See, there's been a substitution.
There has.
Kenny McLean has replaced John McGinn here.
And at the 89th minute, corner Serbia. Stick to your man, stick to your man.
I don't even want to speak. I don't even want to speak. What about that? What about that? We joined a long list.
We are
of
in
yearly
all
men,
sorts
didn't
of
we?
bother
We
here.
joined it. We joined a long list of yearly men.
Typical Scotland, that,
Marsh,
innit?
Marsh thought he was there, and it's just horrible. Horrible. Lee Griffiths. Ah,
Let's
never
keep
in
it
doubt.
as a hand to it.
Never in doubt. He was off his line anyway. Go on, Marshy. Oh,
In the middle. Just if Marcy stands here, he catches it.
Callum McGregor.
2-1.
Luka Jovic, the goal scorer. He thought he was going to have a statue outside the stadium. Marsh is focused. Oh, he got a hand to that as well, Kenny. Yeah, here's Big McSauce. Not turned down to England. He was passionate that night, by the way. Oh,
Look, he's celebrating. Go on then. Go on, big man.
Come on
Some
then.
Barnett's got on him there, by the
Scottish
way.
accent. He's going, Mona!
Would you have took one if you were on?
Aye.
Would
but
your
I'd
name
have
be
missed.
down?
I'd have missed. Goodales. As cool as you like. What's that? Is that three each? 3 each. I'm thinking, go on,
You're
big man. Look at
I've never
that.
been
Cool
so
as you like.
nervous.
Cool as you like. Big McBurney.
He's got a
The
tash.
Bradford,
What a tash!
The Bradford
What a
Baptist.
tash!
Starting to get a wee bit.
Aye. This is when it actually matters.
Aye,
The first four
aye.
weren't really that big, to be honest with you. Big moment, Disco.
Katai.
Oh, goes
Marshall's
the right
off
way
his line
again.
there. How are you feeling at this point? Because
I look cool, don't
I
I?
was shaking. I knew you weren't missing. You do look cool,
I
but
wish
there's
I knew
no
that.
chance you look cool. No chance. Some atmosphere behind the goal. Isn't it?
Oh, squeak in my bum. Every step back. Here we go.
Kenneth McLean. Cool as you like. Goalie's right.
Come on,
He
Marshall.
didn't even try. That's a brilliant penalty under pressure.
Your wife had a haircut before the biggest game of your career.
Here it is. Alexander Mitrovic.
I think Marshall is a bit nervous about saving it.
Aye. Look,
Casey
he's on his
Patterson.
toes. He's on his toes. He's on his toes. He's looking for Woodsy.
David Marshall. Big
David
moment.
Marshall!
Go on,
Yes!
Marshall!
Is that it?
Oh,
Is
no.
that it? Is that it?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no. Wasn't on my line. Don't know. Here comes everybody.
Get it, boys!
Yeah!
Go on, Scotia!
Look. Oh, that's brilliant, man, honestly.
Oh, let me
Look.
in. Look me to the side. Let me in. Let me in.
Yes! I don't even know where I am. Look.
John Carver does a calf coming down here. Look.
Look, they're raging. Look, they know we're going to drink everything in their bar
Aye,
tonight.
big
We're
metro.
going to drink it. The conga, everything.
Gonna-
Oh,
Ryan Christie,
just
look.
for everything, you know. Just for
Oh.
everything. Just for everything.
tear to
There's
the
that.
glass
Look,
eye,
I'm
that.
trying to kid on I was involved.
Oh.
Keeps his foot in the
Done
line
well.
there.
Keep
That's
it on there.
experience, that. Look, look.
Look, big
You sure?
dirty Dave.
Look,
Look how
is that
dirty
a
he
free
is.
ball? You sure?
Big
sure? You sure?
Let's go then.
Yeah.
Davey Marshall.
Well, thanks to everyone. That was just a wee recap. It may have been a wee bit boring, but we managed to get to the Euros for the first time in a while. There was nobody in the stadium, but we had a great night, and we gave everybody else a great night. Kenny, it's great to have you.
Looking forward to the Euros, me.
Aye.
Just hopefully don't get injured.
Aye. So
See you there.
That was the shy and retiring John McGinn with Kenny McLean. This is Scotland HQ. I'm Gordon Smart, still joined by Greg Taylor and the one and only Ewan McVicar. And we're joined now from the Scotland camp in Spain by the big goalie, Zander Clark. Zander, are you there, sir?
I'm here.
There he is! Hello, Zander. Hello. There he is, the great man. Give him a bit of love there. Zander, the first thing I have to mention is, have you had a little bit of a trim up there? The thatch seems to have been cut down a bit.
Aye, we had to go short, couldn't last it any longer. Mrs was doing my head in, so had to trim it down.
Did you do it yourself?
No, I get the barber and do that. I'd have looked as if I was just at the womb if I'd done it. So.
We should actually hand you over to our facial hair expert, actually, Greg Taylor. I don't know if you can see it, but he's got a tash from November. So how would you rate Zander's facial furniture there, Greg?
Yeah, Big Zander's is good beard, isn't it?
It's good
thatch, good length. The big man's looking well. We trim up if I go to Spain, you can see. So now you can. It's a good decision.
Didn't want to be sweating.
Zander, have you seen Greg's tash?
I seen it when he signed that lucrative 25-year deal there.
Some deal, isn't it? We're all tapping him for money as well. Listen, Zander.
He's looking well.
He's looking good, actually. I've got to ask you, what is the mood in the camp like? Because we're all really looking forward to Friday night. Give us a sense of how it is over there.
Yeah, it's upbeat. Everybody's looking forward to it. We know it's going to be a massive game for us. So, sort of full focus has been put towards that. But no, spirits are high and the boys are really looking forward to it.
Yeah, Greg's been telling us some stories of wild nights out in Serbia, but are you behaving yourselves at the moment, or has there been some high jinks in the camp yet?
No, always behaving myself. I couldn't remember the last night that I had, so I'm always behaving.
Listen, we were told, Zander, that you've got a bit of a voice on you and you are the karaoke king of the Scotland team, is that correct?
Nah, there's a few better. There's a few better.
What's your karaoke song?
See, I don't know. I can range for anything. Bit of Billy Joel Piano Man, that's my go-to.
Oh, what a tune, what a tune. Because I was told you were a country and western man, which was a bit of a surprise.
Nah, the odd time. It depends. Sometimes in the journey's up to Perth, I could put on a wee bit of country FM.
Zander, I've got
some bangers on there.
We've got Ewan McVicar sitting next to me here, and we were having a conversation earlier because he is looking for vocalists.
That's what I was about to say. If he wants to jump in a tune, Zander, I'll get you in a tune. With those vocals.
Just as long as you keep it at the video, mate, you'll be fine.
Now, Zander, on the football front, Craig Gordon, I think, is coming up for his 39th birthday, which is remarkable. Scotland's most capped player in this squad. I think he's exactly 10 years older than you. How much of an inspiration is he to you as a goalie?
Yeah, listen, he's a great goalkeeper. To still be putting in the performances for club and country at that age, it's something that I look towards. It's still got at least another 10 years in me if I can look after myself, look after my body, and try and stay injury free. So no, it's great to look upon him and see the standard of goalkeeping that he can produce still at 39. Agile as ever, and obviously we've seen it in the last game. Still capable of producing a worldie when we need it to keep the clean sheet and obviously get the win. So no, it's just great to be away and working with him, and obviously big John McLaughlin as well, who's a great goalkeeper. So for me, it's great to be involved in this sort of environment and learning to top pros that have been around the game for a while and performed at the highest level.
I read Roy Keane's book recently, and he was talking about when he signed Craig Gordon for Sunderland, and he said it's the only time in his career he'd seen a goalkeeper clapped off at training. You get to train with him every day. Do you have moments where you think that is outstanding? Does he dazzle you still today at 39?
Yeah, every day. To be fair, he produces some form of worldie save. He's, as I said, he's just so agile and like that. Just produces those big saves in big moments when the team need them. As I say, for club and country, obviously you see him at the weekend as well. I think he's had 3 or 4 worldies in there too. So, like I say, if I can produce performances like that at his age in 10 years' time, I'll be delighted.
Yeah. For people of my vintage, Zander, we all remember Chris Woods as a huge goalkeeper. An incredible career in football. What kind of advice does he give you, and what have you picked up from him on Scotland camps?
He's been great to work with. Sort of goalkeeping trainings is pretty much similar across the board, but a few wee tweaks here and there. So it's been good to be involved in drills with that wee twist to it. He's always speaking to you, always trying to give you little pointers to try and improve your game. And it's something like you say. He was a very, very good goalkeeper. So to be able to get the sort of pointers off of them, it's stuff that you need to take on board and try and better your game.
Yeah. Greg, we've been talking earlier on about a team full of winners, right? And you look around that dressing room. Yeah. When you see Zander in goals behind you, does that give you an extra confidence having a guy like him?
The big man's a presence, isn't he? That size, and you've seen these performances for St Johnstone this season. He's earned well deserved earned his call up, so he can enjoy it, and I'm sure he's loving being a part of it.
What's it like being in a Scotland camp with great goalkeepers there in training?
Yeah, exactly. Difficult to score, especially when you shoot like me. So it can only benefit certainly the whole squad if you've got a strong goalie behind you.
I mean, you know Craig Gordon really well, right? Training with him every day. I mean, is he good for you with that experience? Does he give you advice and help you out with your career? Yeah,
I think he helps everyone. Someone like that, a guy that's been in the game for so long, can only, as I touched on, benefit the defenders if that's who's in front of him, or the whole squad.
Yeah, as a St Mirren fan, Ewan, as well, you'd have Zander in goal, so you would be quite happy to see him.
Yeah, well, he kept us when I was at the game in Perth, so definitely.
I'm the same. I'm a massive Hibs fan, so I just don't really want to see him at the moment after what he did with us. I mean, that must have been magical for you, Zander, picking up some silverware with Callum Davidson and the boys in Perth.
Yeah, it was sort of still hard to believe that what we actually done, just to go on that run and winning one trophy was sort of mind-blowing for us, but to go on and win the double was something special, something that will live with you for the rest of your days, something that nobody can ever take away from you. And so no, it was just one of those that we seemed to find a good bit of form in the cups, and as I say, to go on and win both of them was an incredible achievement.
Zander, Ewan was playing at the Ice Factory in Perth on Saturday night. Have you had any good nights out there with the St Johnstone boys?
I've not had any out with the boys, but I went a couple of times when I stayed in digs in Perth. I think it was only open the first Saturday every month though, so it was one of them. But no, it was always a good night, to be fair. And it's probably I've had more nights out in the loft in Perth than I have the Ice Factory, but I do remember them for what I can remember. Obviously at 18, 19, it was nights out were a bit blurry back in the day then, so I can remember them being decent enough nights.
You were saying the Perth crowd was pretty good. Bit different than McDermott Park then, eh?
Oh yeah, unreal, to be fair.
To be fair, I heard you touch on it earlier that the fans and that will sing your song. That must have been the only highlight for that game for you.
Oh, 100%, mate. Oh my days, yeah. It was bleak, but the Ice Factory made up for it, to be fair. The crowd was unbelievable.
We've got to make something happen here, actually. While we've got you on, Zander, and we've got Ewan and Greg here together, we have to arrange some kind of Scotland gig, Ewan, for the boys. The post.
What, the Scotland lads?
Yeah.
It's a good shout. The big man does something.
Greg, make this happen.
Some guest list that would be for
Zander's there at the squad. He's in control of that.
Zander, see, as the big goalie as well, so when you're in a club, you kind of stand out a wee bit with the big beard and all that as well. Do you feel like you're easily spotted when you go out?
It's hard to try and deny that it is me, isn't it? More so after last season, it's been more sort of, you're walking through Glasgow and you either get I love you or I hate you, but in different terms. So the last sort of year's been a bit of different scenario for me when I'm walking through Glasgow, but it's all part and parcel of it.
Final thought on the football tomorrow night. Moldova, massive game for us. Win this one, and that's us hopefully looking like we could be in the playoffs. And then, of course, Monday, back at Hampden. What are you saying? What are you feeling? What do you think is going to happen tomorrow night?
Well, going with, you obviously touched on the mood in camp. The spirits are high, the boys are confident. Obviously, it was not a difficult game at home. We probably created enough chances to win the game more comfortably. But it'll be one that we're feeling confident going into. We know what's at stake, so hopefully we can go and get a positive result and secure that second spot in the group. And then obviously Monday coming up, it'll be good to be at Hampden, have the place rocking and see what we can take from that game.
Excellent stuff. Zander, listen, best of luck tomorrow night. Great to see you today, and all the very best. Maybe a future Scotland #1 there. Thanks, Zander.
All the best,
Thanks
big
for
man.
having me. Cheers.
Mate.
Top man there. Zander Clark, the big goalie. Yeah, it's looking quite tidy, the beard there, Greg, eh?
Looking well, the big man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's ready for tomorrow night.
It certainly is. Listen, looking ahead to tomorrow night as well, Greg, it is a massive game for us, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's got to that point in the group now where they're all big games and no bigger than Friday night. So the boys will be looking forward to it, and I'm sure they'll be ready.
Ewan, you're going to be coming to Hampden, I think, on Monday, but Friday night, where will you be watching?
I'm playing in Fife in Kirkcaldy, so I'll probably be in a restaurant with my phone on live streaming it or something.
A restaurant in Kirkcaldy?
I've never been, so
No, it's a big
Who
night
knows where it'll
Friday,
be.
isn't it? But you know, you do feel that every time you watch Scotland at the moment that there's a performance in them. There's some great players in there, Greg. Eh?
Yeah, exactly. We're looking defensively strong, and we've also carried a goal threat with McGinn, Dykes, etc. So no reason we can't go and get the result.
Just very quickly, your Scotland memories. What's your favourite Scotland strip of all time?
Favourite Scotland, the one you got on.
It's not bad. This is the one at the moment. But that's a cracker, that one, isn't it? The away strip.
There's an orange and kind of reddy one that's my favourite for, I don't know, 90s or something. That's probably my favourite.
It was the old Diodora one, wasn't it? Like the
That's
spots
it,
changed the
that's
spot
it,
as well.
that's it, mate.
Excellent stuff,
Unbelievable.
all about the good kits. Boys, thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks
Greg
for
Taylor
having me,
and the one and only Ewan
Top
McVicar
man.
as well.
Thank
These
you.
boys are going to cause all
Thank
kinds of
you, mate.
mischief together at various gigs down the road. This has been Scotland HQ. We're at Hampden Park, Scotland, Moldova tomorrow night, and hopefully we will see you very soon when we're on our way to a World Cup. Come on, Scotland!